Okay, one a website here that gives us a list of the variants of concern. They've got AY1, AY2, AY3, AY3.1. These two here started in the USA, and they listed them. And here's the old Kent one, Alpha, B117. Then you've got B117 with the mutation E484K. Then you got B1351 beta, which is the one from South Africa. It seems to have two other variants very close to it, so put in the same group. Here's Delta. Then you got P1, which is Gamma in Brazil. And you got P1.1, P1.2. These are actually listed, but most of these have gone away. Like this one here has gone away. That one's gone away. Beta's sort of like, starting to go. So is B11, and even these ones. There's this AY1. These new ones added. There's a new one called AY4, and then there's AY12, AY5, AY6. AY9. They're all growing really fast. In fact, they're growing much faster than any one of these. It's not even listed here. It's actually a P.1.7. And then I've got all these ones. I haven't heard much about that one. These are the two ones from California. Did they actually get a name? Yes, they did. Epsilon. Well, they've gone. This one here, which come from Nigeria and UK, that's gone. This one from New York, I haven't heard much about. This is the old variant of Delta, which they called Kappa, because one's 16171 and the other one's 16172. This one here, I was quite concerned about. But it doesn't seem to be a problem, as bad as anything. I think this is the one from Colombia that I've been talking about. This is Lambda. That seems to have died off a bit. It's still around. You've got P2 and P3. There's a whole stack of other Ps now. But the real killers are these ones here, these new AY4, AY5. They're not even listed. They just come up in the last week or two. And half of the world is of all the cases in the world are actually AY4. And AY12 is actually growing like crazy. Both of those were generated like in the UK and Israel, which have very high vaccination numbers. So I believe that they are probably the first variants of vaccine. So we should have variants of vaccine, and we should include those. I'm not sure how to. Let me just pull up a country, and we just pull up location tracker. Let's pull up UK, United Kingdom. So there's the variants they've got there. Look, they've got all the ones of concern and ticks next to them. So these are all of the ones of concern and interest. Remember them, the table I just went through? But we're now pulling up to see what variants have been sequenced in the UK. This is over time, and here it gives you like the thing over the last 60 days, which looks at this here. But you can see this blue one here, which is B161172 Delta, is still growing with respect to this one here, this AY41, which in other countries is going like crazy. And that's really a variant of Delta. If you look at the genes, it's almost exactly the same. In fact, these ones seem to be missing something. Something in them missing seems to help them, the S protein spike, track to your ACE2 receptor better. Then you got AY6 and a whole stack of other ones. I'm just going to just look up one other country while I'm here, Israel. Israel is very highly vaccinated, and their cases dropped practically down to zero at one time, just a couple of months ago maybe, and then suddenly just started rising. Did I get Israel? I didn't get Israel, so I'm yapping away. Great report. I didn't know what I was doing. Here we go. Israel. Now, Israel got Delta early on, and they realised that the Pfizer vaccine wasn't working that well against Delta. They dropped its efficacy from 90-something% down to 63. But Delta is basically this blue one here. So it started breaking into the system. Here it is breaking into the system, getting around the Pfizer. At the same time, it's generating AY4. Maybe AY4 come from there. I thought it come from the UK. So here's AY4, and then you've got a new one that's just suddenly sprung out here. This one, just I'm coming to nowhere. Well, it was dragging around the back there, then suddenly bang, boof. Suddenly it's the biggest AY12. AY12, but has this one finished yet? Has Delta finished yet? That's still pumping along, as is this one, this AY4. Then you got AY5 and AY9. So all of these are like Delta strains, and they seem to have been generated in countries that were highly vaccinated. So I'm calling them variants of vaccines.